Just getting ready to play some more hockey. I'm off work today, so I was just gonna play through some of the Be a Pro and also the new franchise mode that I heard about that I want to try, where you can do like old franchises. I'm an Oiler fan, so if I can play like the Gretzky era Dynasty, that'd be fun. But I do also like the Be a Player mode and working your way through a career. I just don't have time because it's a free trial and I only have about 5 hours left. And the music's muted, just it's DMCA. Got to worry about that stuff. So, in case you're wondering why things are quiet, and so right now, oh, why am I not connected to the server? I'm just gonna continue on with this Be a Pro career, but I'm gonna sim a lot.
Busy night of action on the ice. Let's take a look at some of the finals that are in from tonight. The Avs were in a dogfight on the road up against the Rangers. The New York Rangers tightened it up late when they needed to most, and they pick up the 2 points. The Penguins were looking to steal 2 against the Flames. Pittsburgh toughed this one out, and they get the 2 points.
Okay.
The Sabres had a tall order to fill as they tried to take 2 on the road against the Kraken. Buffalo pushes on through with the shootout win. Don't go anywhere. We've got much more here on the show. And look, I want to bring it back to him for a second here because, look, it has been a little too long that we're having this conversation about a pointless streak. At some point, you got to contribute. And I know they've tried different things. I know he's been working on it in practice, but he is clearly snake bitten out there. And I don't know what the answer is. You just simply got to ride it out. But it hurts the team. I mean, they look to him to contribute, and this is just not happening right now. That's got to be
promise, and
insanely
it doesn't give me
frustrating,
a choice.
not just for him, but for his teammates, his coaching staff. I mean, they see it. They're seeing it right now. We're all seeing it from the stands and from the broadcast booth, for that matter. And that's one of the things that when you look at this team as a whole, and I'll be very curious to see how the youngster
play
goes
just because they
into
challenged
his
me.
sort of baptism of fire with this rivalry. I mean, you think of the history between these two teams, no love lost between either side. The fans always get amped up for this one. This is going to be a different... And we are about set to drop the puck on this one. Sends one up to Strome.
Nice.
Looking to make something happen along the boards. The Islanders gain possession along the wall.
Dude, outlet.
The Rangers are in transition. Moves it quickly over to Rodriguez.
Oh, that would have been an assist.
While we have a minute, let's send it between the benches where Ray Ferraro is standing by with tonight's Razor's Edge.
I hope we got this one right.
That was it. I got that one
that
short shift, and that was it.
In my Razor's Edge. 2 very good players that are very important to their team.
Inching closer to the midway mark of this period, we've still got zeros on the board. The Rangers take possession off the faceoff. Comes up with the stop. Hard blast. Oh, just a little too much air on that one.
You shoot it from that distance, James. You're shooting for a rebound. You might think you've got a scoring chance, but get it on the net. Goalie makes a save. Your guys are going to pile in there for the rebound.
Passed to at all.
And not much on that one. The Islanders gain control of the puck against the wall. Barzal's got it into offensive territory. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
I know what he's trying to do, get into space to shoot it, but now you got to chase because you've turned it over.
Carlin,
they made a try shooting that.
I'm out here, James. It's intense. I don't know if you can feel it upstairs. It's a rivalry game. We know what those are about, and so do the fans, but it's the rookies' first time playing this team. Back upstairs.
It is feisty up here. Even some of the media guys are throwing elbows up here tonight. As play rolls on.
So power play, nice. But I don't play on the power play, so see ya, I guess.
Panarin's able to move his feet and fire pucks at the same time. His make-it-snappy zone ability is that quick shot while moving in stride, and it's how he likes to create scoring chances.
Put the pressure
Looks
on
like
me,
a swarm
coach.
of bees out there, Ray. What are you seeing on the bench?
Well, the coach has gone to the rookie, and he wants him to continue with what has gone on. They've been aggressive. They've been all over them. They don't want to take their foot
That
off the
doesn't
pedal.
change the way I play even a little bit. It's kind of challenging.
Well past the midway mark of this period. Still looking for our first goal. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Skates across the blue line. That's not going to fool him. Blomqvist's going to pounce on it, and he'll take the whistle.
He's usually a pretty conservative goaltender anyway, and so the opportunity to kill the play, he's going to take it.
Both teams gliding into position, and the official set to drop the puck. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. They score! And the Islanders fans are
Don't blame me for that. I probably will. I did get a -1.
The Islanders get a little breathing room as they take a 1-0 lead.
They've worked hard for this goal, James. There's not been much room on the ice, but they're able to get out in front.
You leave me out for that bad shift.
Puck is dropped and play resumes. Handles a sweet feed. Puck scooped up by Dobson. Stays with it. And the puck dies with the trapper save.
Zibanejad's out there for this shift, guys, and with the team trailing, let's look to him to use his zone ability to try to get some chances here.
And that concludes the first 20 minutes of play. Second period action. Stick around.
All right, we got a couple of shifts off that.
Welcome back, everybody. James Cebulski with you. Period number 2. The middle frame ready to go.
Tried it, that's good.
Tries to feed it over to Strome. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Great use of the twig as he pokes that one away.
Oh,
Quick
bad
feed to
pass,
Nelson.
buddy.
There's the
Come on.
goal, and we have a new game.
I didn't call for that either. He just tried to pass it to me for no good reason.
Back on their heels.
Other
The
than
Islanders go ahead by 1. They had to work for that one.
A lot of work put in
Just
just
not
to
a
get
good
yourself
reason.
inching into the lead. There's still lots of time left.
Rodriguez has won it here at center and tries to make a diagonal pass to Lafreniere. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing.
Oh, man.
Fox is rolling along on his point streak. You know he wants it to keep going.
Still early on in this frame, James and Ray with you. So glad you could join us. The Islanders are looking to build on this 1-goal lead. Rodriguez has won the draw inside his own end.
A one face-off allows a clean breakout out of your zone.
Loose puck battle along the boards. Picked up along the wall by Strome. Receives the pass. Palmieri's got it in the offensive zone. Here he is, shot right in front. Blomqvist's going to cover up the puck here for a whistle.
He makes a safe play and kills the play before any other damage
So hard
can
to
be done.
do the lift to stick
Nearing the
buttons and
midway
stuff because
mark
I
of
always
the
think I'm
period.
gonna pay.
The Islanders are clinging to a 2-1 lead.
A long shift. Although I've been on the
Puck
ice
is
for
dropped
both
and we are
goals
back
against.
underway. Quick
no
pass
good.
to Trouba. Handles the puck. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. The Islanders get a hold of the puck along the boards. The Rangers going to work on offense. Oh, they couldn't connect on the play. And now he moves it quickly to Strome.
Bad pass. I wasn't even
Gaining
open.
momentum in the offensive end. And now he tries to get it across to Palmieri. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Here they come on the attack down the right side. Hangs onto the puck. Stopped by the goaltender. Scooped up along the wall by Lafreniere.
come on.
Puck picked up by Nelson.
These passes they're giving me in the worst positions. Like, I'm not open. I'm not in a place where I could get a good shot. Shouldn't pass to me. They have a power play. But I go and get to pay
Well, this has
the
been a
penalty
fun
kill.
one here tonight. Great energy here in the building as well. We'll get a fresh sheet of ice and come back with period number 3 in moments. The moment of truth has arrived for both these teams. Third period action set to go. Handles the pass from the right side. Nelson's carrying it
Pass.
ahead.
There we go.
Taken by Pellick.
In the offensive zone with the puck. You know he's thinking about his next milestone that's sitting 1 goal away.
Moves it to the middle. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there.
Pass it out, goalie. Come on, I want to keep playing. Hate when the goalie freezes it and I want to keep playing.
Still a lot of time left in the period as we
I even
approach
called
the
for it and
midway
he
mark.
went past it.
It's a 2-1 hockey game. Strome's won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. And that goes off the glove. Play continues here.
There we
The
go.
Rangers have it now. And he takes the feed.
Just lining that guy up for an after the
Fox is
whistle
aware
hit.
his team is trailing in this one, guys. Let's look to him to try to get things going. His zone ability can definitely help him do that.
And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Sends it in on the attack. The Rangers scoop it up along the boards.
Just pass. Come on,
Right
man.
up Main Street and on the attack.
What the hell?
And we'll get a face-off after the offside call.
I hate this guy. He always gets a penalty, too.
Puck ready to drop here any moment to get things underway again. The Islanders win the faceoff. And now it's over to Strome. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Oh, they probably want to redo on that. The Rangers cross the line and gain the zone. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Wrist one in front.
Nice. Did I get an assist for that? Maybe
They've
not.
been scratching around the edges in this game, and now they get it back to level. James, I think the quickness of the delivery of the puck is more important than the placement when you're in this tight. You're just trying to open up a hole for the goaltender.
The Rangers have drawn.
And how do you get to see the assists? Like, he says the goals, but where are the assists? It's kind of annoying. They really treat assists like they're
Working
worthless.
away at the game, you want to give yourself the best chance to win. You don't want this lingering on too long. Now they've tied it.
Rodriguez wins it. And now he moves it to Lafreniere. Cuts to the paint. Oh, what a stop on the play. Gets all of it with the paddle. Oh, and that's poked away in the offensive zone by Lafreniere. And he takes the dish.
Every night with this parity through this league, seems like we get more and more games like this, right down to the finish.
That's not at all who I was passing to. Come on.
Slick feed. Here he is in front. How did he stop that one?
Lundqvist's not had many moments to breathe tonight. He's faced a heck of a lot of dangerous chances.
Game over.
Been busy from almost the
Alright, I'm gonna sim a lot of games because I do want to see what happens when you get further on in your career. Like when you get to do like trades.
This squad as of late. This is just another day at the office here, Razor.
Well, they seem to have all the answers, don't they? I mean, like
Stuff like
a
that.
solid team game, solid goaltending, like all the things you need to continue to win.
contract
Hope everyone had as much fun as
negotiations,
we did here tonight. For all of
and
us at
like
EA Sports, I'm
milestones,
James Cebulski
retirement, all
saying
that stuff.
peace.
And then I'll go play the franchise mode. Did I get an assist on that goal or not?
And hey, look, I mean, the pointless streak continues, and I know
guess
he's
not.
feeling it. You know, we talked earlier this week, and I know he's feeling it mentally. But you know what? I will say this. I like the way he's playing. And for those of you that are still critical of him, he's still creating chances. He's still performing out there. And at some point in time, as long as
Okay,
you
let
can
me go
maintain
forward
that
a
level of
month.
play, you're going to end that drought. It's going to come. You're going to get results when you are an effective player like that. He's due. Trust me, this is going to end as long as he keeps playing the way he certainly did out there. Some of the other numbers I'm looking at here in the box score. What a night. Love the intensity of this rivalry. And I'll tell you what, love the way the kids showed up in a big-time effort when you're not sure how certain kids are going to respond in these types of games and environments, right? He was right there in the thick of it, the intensity, and turned up his game another level. You love to see that in a young player because you know what you got here going forward, right? Really impressed, liked his game. Another area that I was also really impressed with.
I'm super likable. Come on. Nice if there's it's over Grand Canyon. I'll be the nice guy. But he loves me. Because I pay cab ride or whatever.
And it's always so much easier when things are going well, right? I mean, the team's winning. There's not a lot of issues. Sometimes it makes my show boring when a team's thriving, right? But my understanding was after practice earlier today, the coaching staff pulled the youngster aside and I think challenged him to see
So,
where
in the
can you
next
be
game.
better. Yes, things going well right now, but
Not
is
really
there
up to
room
me.
for
I don't play that
improvement? I
much.
think the coaching staff sees that
Kinda
an
to you.
opportunity
You're the
to get a
coach.
little bit more out of their
Why is
youngster
that pressure
and
on
see if
me?
they can try to
You're the
move this
coach.
win
Why don't
streak
you
to
promise me we'll
maybe
win?
6 games because this team's humming right now. But I think if the youngster can maybe turn it up a little notch, they might be able to keep the good times going for an extended period. Meantime, when you look at some of the other issues going on around the league, let's check in on some of the final scores across the league tonight. The Kings were in a dogfight on the road against the Blues. St. Louis presented all sorts of problems matchup-wise in a defensive zone, and they pick up the shutout victory. The Caps battled it out against the Hurricanes. Washington turns in a strong defensive effort, enough to preserve the win. The Wings faced off against the Sabres. Detroit peppers the opposition with a
And
strong
it's just
offensive
conversation
performance
after
for the win.
conversation, slowing the whole thing down.
Post-game show continues. We'll get to the phones in just a moment, but how about the rookies' performance out there on this night? Wow. Was challenged to be, can you give us more? And the coaching staff saw
3
an
points over the
opportunity
next 5
to say, hey, I think there's more you can give. You know what? The youngster delivering certainly showed that there was more to give as they extend that winning streak and keeps the good times going. And the home crowd loving that, as I can see on social media here, and taking all sorts.
Man, it just keeps constantly kicking you out of it.
All right, lots of
It's gonna
wild
take forever
happenings
to
on the ice
sim
tonight.
all
Let's take a
this.
look at some of the scores
I
of
just
what
want to
went
see what
down.
happens,
The
like when my
Flyers were hoping
contract
to
runs
grab 2
out, when I'm a
points up
free
against the
agent.
Maple Leafs. Toronto turns
You
in a
know.
strong effort, and they pick up the win. The Pens were hoping their offense would show up in a big way against the Sabres. Pittsburgh posts the victory as it went right down to the wire in the shootout. Hey, a few more hot-button issues we got to get to. It's a jam-packed show tonight. Stick around. When you look at players who have started and finished their respective careers with just one team, I mean, it's rare. And look at that, the greatest player in the history of the sport, Wayne Gretzky, right?
Yeah.
Where did he play? Edmonton,
Yeah.
L.A.,
Yes.
St. Louis. Oh, yeah, that place. Yeah, New York. You know,
I remember when Gretzky played for St.
around
Louis.
to 4 different markets over the course of his career, right? And if he moves, you know, it kind of tells you that everybody can move. And here he still is in this town, in this market, still doing what he does, probably underappreciated by most of this fan base, but that means something, right?
Oh, why did I say
Those
no?
players,
That is asking me if I wanted one.
always a Penguin.
Of course you put
right?
pineapple
Once
on
a
pizza.
Penguin, always a
Ham and
Penguin.
pineapple pizza is delicious.
And I think you don't see that much in today's game, in today's age. It's rare, very rare. And I think there is something to be said about that for somebody who stays loyal with one team and one city.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
been
know
loyal
if he gets
for
quite
my
the
entire career,
respect and
which
appreciation that he
has
deserves
been
here
extremely
in
short
this
so
town.
far.
Let's go to the phones. You tell me if I'm wrong on this one, okay? We got Petey. What's up, Pete?
Why do they always want to go out for dates? Just stop asking me to go out. Play hockey. I'm here. Come on. I would like to play through an entire career. It'd take forever, though. Still haven't got a point. Should have some training, shouldn't it?
Let's take a look around the league and some of the final scores out there tonight. The Oilers were in tough with the Capitals. Washington toasted the opposition with a big goal-scoring night. The Blues had their hands full with the Bruins. St. Louis powers up in overtime, and they skate away with the win. The Flames were hoping to take a bite out of the Islanders. Calgary toughs one out and pick up the win. We got to take a quick break, but we got a lot more coming your way next.
Control. Is there like a gym or something in here? But there was like a gym or there. I know. Here we go. Gym, small room, strength, slap shot accuracy. Yeah. Insufficient funds. I have $100,000. It's all insufficient. Holy cow! Nutritionist. Poetry. Let's go with a nutrition. constant stops. You're not as brave as you look. Block too short. Yeah, it takes way too long. Even simming takes forever. Not even out of nowhere yet. Tell me to practice, I think. It's way too quiet. I'm playing without the music. 5 takeaways? Come on. I think it's gonna. Okay. I was gonna say. I think it.
Well,
Yeah, it does.
busy
It
night in the
automatically
National
kicks
Hockey
you
League.
out
Let's
as
see
soon as
what
you get
happened
the challenge.
elsewhere on the ice. The Kings were on the road up against the Oilers.
Is there a way to skip all stuff? Like, I just. I like playing this mode though. I don't want it to stop like constantly. I just. I don't think you can skip any of this stuff. I don't really see much of a difference between this and 22. I think just because they added the women's league and when this other franchise play. I think what I'll do is I'll just play this season. It looks like we're doing good and we'll probably make the playoffs. We'll play through the season. I'll play like a game a month. Get to the end of the season
Let's take a look at
and
the
play the
scoreboard
playoffs.
and what went down
If
tonight
I even
on the
get to the
ice.
playoffs.
The Blue Shirts took to the road to match up with the Senators. The New York Rangers terrorized the opposition with a magical offensive
Or I guess I
display.
don't get training
The
points when I
Oilers were
sim,
looking to grab
which
points on the
sucks.
road against the Blackhawks. Edmonton peppered the opposition goaltender early and often winning big. The Sabres were hoping to play spoiler against the Red Wings. Detroit taps into another gear and they get the win. We got a jam-packed show. We've got a lot more stuff we got to
Let me
get
see
to,
how you're
so don't
doing
even
in the Calder
think
race.
about going anywhere. Stay with us.
You're in the hunt? I don't think I
Continue our
am.
conversation
One
here
goal?
with Ray Ferraro. Hey, just before we wrap things up, because I know you got a family dinner to get ready and prepare, and you've got relatives coming in for U.S. Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love it.
I know, it's just the best, right? The Calder race. How do you handicap it? Was there any volatility in the standings across the NHL tonight? Well, let's take a look at some of the final scores to find out. The Oilers faced off with the Wild. Edmonton padded the stats on this night and pick up the easy win. The Panthers took to the ice to battle the Canucks. Vancouver tallies the OT winner and get the 2 points. The Hurricanes were hoping to come up with 2 points. Hey, you know who loves being at home? Everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski, and it's an electric crowd here to cheer on the team back on the ice tonight. Both teams lined up in the middle. We are ready to get things underway. Sends it quickly to Rodriguez. B-Bunnies moving it ahead. The Senators have it against the wall. From the left side, takes it at center. Ottawa's got the puck against the boards. Takes a shot.
How does my guy not reach out for it?
As he slides in the butterfly, he's in great shape to make this save.
While we have a minute, let's send it between the benches where Ray Ferraro is standing by with tonight's
Better than that guy.
Razor's Edge.
By the time this season is over, James, these guys will be in the Razor's Edge many times. They're going to be at the very top of the ballot for the Calder Trophy Rookie of the Year.
The Rangers win the draw. New York's got the puck in the defensive end. Getting a little physical there with that collision. Directs it on over to Batherson. Nice feed. Glove save.
Come on,
Shesterkin's on top of the puck, and that'll stop the play.
Pretty conservative play here, James, as he covers it
way
up
too
to kill the play.
I want to play.
Shesterkin's never out when he's down, guys. His butterfly effect zone ability means he can glide while down in that position and remain mobile to cover the net.
Here's a short pass to Schneider. Through center along the wing. New York's got a hold of it against the wall. Moves it to Shabbat. Grabbed along the boards by Batherson. Here's a chance.
Oh, nice play.
What a save by Shesterkin.
Bang, bang play right in the low slot, and the goalie's on top
Don't
of it.
pass it
He
to
makes a really astute save here by reading the play.
Nice.
Reaction on the ice, his first of the season, and his teammates look just as pumped. New York's play finally pays off here with a goal just past the midway mark of the first.
Well, you got the lead. Don't sit back now. This is the time to be aggressive. Go get another one.
Got it back.
Hey, a lot of people excited as this opening period comes to an end. One of the all-time great rock acts from the 80s getting set to play here for these fans. And we'll catch our breath. Back with more in a moment. Batherson's ready for the draw as we get set to resume this power play.
King from behind.
Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. Shot!
Oh, of course. I don't even have time to do anything.
This is how it's supposed to work. I mean, it
Get a
doesn't always
-1
work
on
like this,
my
but they looked like they
stat
had a
sheet.
real sure idea about what they wanted.
Ray, it's almost like one team
Up
forgot
the
to show
pressure.
up tonight here.
Well, they're getting here.
It's
They're
all about
slowly
pressure.
getting to the game, and the coach has just about lost his patience with them. They need it now, and he's gone to the rookie to see if he can help spark them.
Ottawa's defense translates into some offense, and they got the lead.
Well, when the game's tied, you can't start taking a bunch of unnecessary chances. They've got the lead now, and we'll see if they can extend it before the break.
The Rangers win possession here in the open ice. The Senators have the puck now. Picked up along the boards by Brown. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. Moves it quickly over to Batherson. B-Bunny's got the puck now in his own end. Taken by Niederreiter.
Dude.
Denies that opportunity. Dishes it to Brown. The Senators are on the attack. Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away.
Some.
Feed to Brandstrom. Takes the feed at the point. Niederreiter's taking it from his own end. Quick pass to Goodrow.
So
Oh, look at this chance.
Oh.
It goes off the post and into the net.
I've
Nice
always
shot.
thought you should be able to fix You get the odd man rush because the defensive team breaks down their coverage. But then once you get the rush, you have to execute, and they do it perfectly.
New York's got a hold of the puck off the draw. The Rangers played along the boards. Both sides digging in for that puck along the wall. New York's got the puck along the boards. Let's one go. That was amazing. What a save by Forsberg. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. My word, they've really got them hemmed in here in their own zone.
That was going to
That's
pass.
intercepted. And they'll skate it out of the zone. Here's a shot. Denied by the puck stopper.
Play again. We're on the power play.
Ottawa's gained possession along the boards. Off a stick. Makes the save with the foot.
Alright, don't pass it. Can get the play going, that'd be nice.
Chance to reset here on the draw on this man advantage.
I don't get to play much in that second period.
And that'll bring an end to the second period of play. Let's get a clean sheet of ice and come back with the third period next. Welcome back to EA Sports, the final frame of this one. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Puck sent over to Niederreiter.
Bricks.
Right up the gut into the offensive end. And now it's grabbed by Niederreiter. Quick shot, and that's broken up. Ottawa's playing it through center. Puck grabbed by DeBrincat.
We're just watching.
Sensational stop by
That helps.
Shesterkin.
Goalies love the butterfly. They know they've got a lot of the net covered, so he slides across. Doesn't worry about this shot.
Here's a short pass to Rodriguez.
Oh,
Big save by the goaltender once again.
I had an
love the way that
opportunity.
He's in position, and he's got the reflexes to bang out a couple
Since
of
I showed
stops
the
in a row.
replay of it.
More than half the period left to play. Just one goal separating these two teams as we sit with a 3-2 lead. Ottawa's won the draw. Chabot's got it in the defensive end. And he regains control of the puck.
Love it. Oh,
That's generally a no-fly zone with star players.
Yeah, they get hit like that. Somebody's going to get irritated. And
I don't
guess
know
what
how to do it.
happens when they get irritated? Down go the men.
Go time. And hanging on for dear
Oh, I don't know
life,
how to
and
do
this
it,
one
though.
comes to an
I don't
end.
know how to fight.
That doesn't feel very good either when you get dropped onto the ice like that. It's going to hurt a little bit. Probably less than getting punched in the
It's
face.
a clean hit.
The Senators are going to gain some energy from that fight. I don't think the building will as it settles down a little bit.
Captain.
Fair to say that was a rather spirited affair on the ice. Looks like both teams have cooled their jets. And here's the upcoming face-off.
Rangers penalty to number 98, B. Bunny, a 5-minute major for fighting.
Moves it to Brown. New York's got the puck along the wall.
Oh, come
Under
on.
a minute to play in this dandy. Good fight for the puck along the boards. And now he angles it across to Brown. The Rangers pick up the puck here in the neutral zone. And that's broken up. Let's take
Can't
it
get
back
across
in
the
between
damn
benches.
line.
Ray Ferraro gives us the answer to the Razor's edge.
B. Bunny's going to get the Razor's edge, James. We compared the two players at the beginning of the game and watched them all night. Really a difficult night for both of them, but I felt at least he made some impact when he didn't have the puck. He forechecked pretty well.
In the final moments of this period,
After this, I think I'm
Ottawa's
just going to
hanging
sim
on
to the
this
playoffs.
3-2 lead. He grabs the puck here at the point. Oh, and that's poked away in the offensive zone by Brown. New York's got it along the wall. Pass broken up. Kind of lost control for a second there, but regains possession. Batherson's gaining momentum. And that'll close the book on this one as the final horn sounds.
Did I actually get an assist? I don't think I did. Now we gotta skip all the way to the playoffs. I'll play a little bit of the playoffs and then I'll do that franchise move.
We've taken text messages in from some of our listeners here, and Danny wants to know, big deal or no big deal with that loss last night?
No, I don't think so. Look, they've had a good season, and you're not going to win all the time. I get that fans get really emotional when their team doesn't
Shot
win.
accuracy.
Or their favorite guy, like the rookie, didn't have any points last night. But
Yeah, that's
you
the
can't
problem is
win
I
all
have to
the time.
play
You
in
can't
order
have
to
points
level
all the
up.
time.
And I don't play.
The fun part about talking to fans like Danny are
If I
like he wants to
sim the
trade half
entire
team
thing, I'm not
after
gonna
a
get
loss. He does it all the time.
So
You're familiar with his texts then, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen him before, but I would tell him just relax a bit. It's been a good year, and the rookie will bounce back too.
See, there you go, Danny. Stand down. It's only one loss.
I would like to be able to skip all that stuff though.
Now let's take a look at some of the rest of the action tonight in the NHL. The Senators were on the road to take on the Rangers. Ottawa played one of their strongest defensive games of the year, and they get the win. The Preds look to run roughshod over the Islanders. Nashville tramples their opponents with a big offense.
How does it? That's so annoying that it keeps
All
kicking
right,
you
at this
out.
time, let's get you caught up on
let
all
me
the
sim.
action on the ice tonight. The Senators went toe-to-toe on the road against the Rangers. Ottawa pulled this one out with a strong defensive effort. The Predators were on the road to take on the Islanders. Nashville treated everybody to a brilliant offensive display. The Blue Jackets were hoping to fly high on the road against the Jets. Winnipeg puts in a workmanlike effort in this one, and they get the win. We got to take a quick break, everybody, but we've got a lot more to get to. Stay with us.
Ugh. I just want to get through this. There's got to be a way in the settings where you could just turn this shit off. Every single game there's some kind of stoppage. Either the coach or another player.
You know what? And that's a great point, and thank you very much for the call there, Jackson. And you know, when you look at some of the players out there and the young players in the league that are making people take notice, I think you have to look at him and what he has done so far in his early steps in the National Hockey League. You know, up front, he's finding a way to the net. He's finding a way to engage.
It's a free trial, and I'm not gonna
he's
buy
also
the
showing
game.
a two-way game, and for young players,
I'll wait till it
you don't
comes
see
out
that
on
often.
EA
That
Play
usually
before
takes a
I play
lot
it again.
longer, and I've been really impressed from what I've seen
But
from this young
so
man
far, it
in
hasn't
his
been much
early
different
steps
than
in his
NHL
career in the
22.
National Hockey League. All right, back to the phones we go. We've got Dylan on line 5. Hey, Dylan. Let's bring Ray Ferraro back into the show. Afternoon, sir.
How goes?
Very good. I mean, maybe not as good as the rookie who might be channeling. Remember that old classic TV show that had that theme that went moving on up, right?
Yeah, it's a great day for the rookie. I mean, you got to think that there are days that are better than others, and he's walking into his first game playing on the top line.
They moved me up a line.
This doesn't happen all the time, of course, and he's played well enough to earn this spot. And the first line is a responsibility that he's going to learn about. You're playing against great players every shift.
Yeah, no pressure, kiddo, but show me what you got. When you look at what they're doing on the back end now.
Okay, need the first line. That's... Guy's doing his thing on his own.
Well, some fun, some drama, a little bit of everything on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at some of those scores around the league.
Just
The
trying to
Rangers
sim
were hoping
through
to quiet the crowd on the road against the
to
Flyers.
get further into the season
Philadelphia
before I
turned
start
it up in the
playing.
skills competition, and they get the extra point in the win. In spite of the
Okay.
loss, the rookie continues
He's got
his
4
impressive
goals.
campaign, finding the back of the
Assists,
net.
not bad.
There were other games beyond just this one here in the NHL tonight. Let's get you caught up on some of those finals. The Maple Leafs took to the ice to lock up with the Capitals. Toronto powers through in a tight one. The Ducks took on the Oilers. Edmonton tightens it up when they needed to most late, and they get the win. We got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more coming up on the other. You know, and I want to say this. I want to go back to the whole notion and the conversation about the sophomore slump, because from what I've seen so far in his second year, that does not exist.
My first year.
Does not exist so far from this young forward, right? I mean, he shows up and he competes, and the consistency in his game. Look, it's a long season. I get it. And a lot can happen between now and the finish line. But to me right now, the idea of a sophomore slump, yeah, preposterous. How does that sound? All right? Is that convincing enough for you? Preposterous. I just love that word. But anyway, no sophomore slump here, okay? Let's move on. Back to the phones we go. Levi, how are you? Now, obviously, a lot of people curious with the rookie watch going on as to who will be the NHL's top rookie this year. And two of these go head-to-head tonight. Now, my little birds, my little spies within the room told me that prior to this one, the coaching staff has actually challenged their young dynamite rookie to see if he can outperform the other front runner in this Calder race. I like the challenge, so don't sing it. Bring it on. I'm looking forward to see how this all plays out.
Costing me money.
Tonight. This is going to be fun.
I don't want to going out to dinner with these guys. They just keep costing me money. Seem like real freeloaders. At least we're winning. So I'll basically just sim to the playoffs and then play the playoffs. Look at this. They're going to the orchestra. I'm gonna offer to. Good. Shouldn't have even asked me. It's a jerky thing to do.
Hey, no shortage of action and drama on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at what happened elsewhere. The Stars took to the ice for a collision with the Ducks. Dallas put on a show offensively in the win. The Devils were looking to steal 2 points against the Red Wings. New Jersey triumphs in the shootout, and the bragging rights to go with it are theirs. The Lightning paired up with the Wild. Minnesota posts a strong game in their own end, and they do enough to get the W.
7 assists, 12
The story on the ice
Not bad for a
continues in a
rookie.
moment.
This guy, he's gonna want to go out for dinner. What's that? Big game. Ah, Stars. See if that happens. I'm not gonna play any. I just want to sim until the playoffs. See what that's like in the Beat Pro. Fun.
Time to take a look at what happened around the league as we check in on some of the scores. The Hawks had an on-ice collision with the Canucks. Vancouver tore it up on the ice. It almost seemed like everybody got in on the scoring in the win. The Wild played on the road against the Lightning. Minnesota pressed on, always persevered, and they get the win. The Sabres took to the road to match up with the Blues. St. Louis toughed this one out, picking up the shootout win. Hey, we got to pay a couple of bills here, but we got a lot more action we got to get to. Stay with us.
Just keep going.
Yeah, let's start with the
Start to the
Calder race
couch.
right now, which has kind of been a bit of a laid-back race to this point. But what do you make of the rookie here that we've seen here locally?
Well, he's not in the race right now. I mean, it's a little bit of a harsh assessment, but his season up to this point has not been Calder worthy. We're talking about an award which is for the very best first-year player in the league, and he's just not had anywhere near an impactful enough season.
No, I couldn't
Come on,
agree
Riff.
more with you
Bro,
on
you
that one.
jerk, man. Could have just said he's not.
All right, let's get all you poolies and all you hockey fans caught up on all the action out on the ice tonight. The Sabres were in a dogfight on the road up against the Jets. Winnipeg proves to be a little too much on this night, and they pick up the 2 points. The Blues were looking to steal 2 against the Coyotes. Arizona tops the opposition in a game that had a little bit of everything on this night. The Blackhawks had a tall order to fill as they tried to take 2 on the road against the Flames. Chicago performs well when they needed to in the
I think I'll
shootout.
go through. I think I'll go back to
points.
NHL 22.
Time for a quick
Just
break,
go
but we got
through
a lot
career.
more coming
It'd
up
be
on the
interesting.
ice next.
See what happens and go through the entire thing. It just takes time. Take me probably a month or so of playing every day just to go through entire career. That's just a guess. Because I've been.
Okay, everybody, let's take a quick look at some of the final scores around the league tonight.
And by
The
playing,
Flyers
I
were
mean
in a
playing.
dogfight on the
Playing
road
pretty
against
much
the
every day.
Oilers. Philadelphia tore it up on this night, and they pick up the 2 points. The Maple Leafs battled it out against the Sabres. Buffalo puts up a strong defensive front when it mattered most, and they get the win.
What does everybody
The
respond about?
Habs faced off against the Devils. Montreal
10.
toughed this one out and get the 2 points and the win. Don't even think about touching that dial or touching that button. We've got plenty more on the ice, and that's next.
He stops. I'm not even reading stuff, I'm just zipping through.
And hey, a nice little feather in the cap with the rookie as he manages to notch his 10th career goal here in the show. And so, hey, look, he's not catching Gretzky anytime soon, but at the same time, it's still a very respectable number. He's into double digits now for his
Did I
career
offer to
in the
buy?
NHL
I
with
guess I
his
did.
10th. All right, elsewhere around the National Hockey
Just
League,
trying to
couple of
avoid that. Because then that's how they treat you like a sucker.
All right, 5 minutes past the hour. Let's bring Ray Ferraro into the conversation. Where do we find you today?
Right on the phone, James.
I should not have asked. What do you think? Are we going to see a busy trade deadline here?
I think we are. Man, there's just so many teams bunched up around the cut line. I think they're all going to try and find a way to improve their stock going into the final race of the season.
Yeah, before we kind
It'd
of talk
suck if
about some
I
of those
got
names
traded
in play,
before the playoffs, because
the
that's all I'm
Calder
holding
race
out
is getting
for
a lot
right
of conversation here locally.
Making it to the playoffs.
The kid here, is he in that conversation?
James, not for me. I think he's fallen off the pace here a little bit. He's had some moments in this season where you go, you know what, he's got a chance at this Calder, but right now I think his up and down nature of the season has dropped him off the lead pack.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Just
because
the
I haven't been
wild,
playing.
kind of a roller coaster season for him as a kid. One of the other
Big
races
time.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about before we.
stuck on the state. Still winning. Still top of the league. Nice being on a successful team. Oh. So I wasn't curious enough to read it.
All right, let's go around the horn and see what happened elsewhere around the NHL tonight. The Blue Jackets were hoping to grab 2 points up against the Rangers. The New York
13
Rangers
goals,
tightened
10
it up in the
assists. Not
victory
terrible.
en route to a shutout. The Oilers were hoping their offense would show up in a big way against the Golden Knights. Vegas technically was as good as it gets defensively in this one, and they get the win. The Predators were in tough with the Bruins. Nashville puts in a full 60-minute
Here's
effort
some
to pull
playoff
this one
talk.
out. We are as cool as ice, and we are bringing you many more stories
Off at the
from
park.
the NHL. We're doing it next. Time to finish up strong for a lot of these teams as we continue to go around the league with Ray Ferraro here. Let's take a look at the Calder race here. How do you view this one, and I guess including the local kid here?
Well, if this were earlier in the year, James, I'd say, hey, he's had a kind of an up and down season, but there's still time to catch up to the lead pack.
You think so?
No.
No.
I meant if it was earlier in the year. Right now, I don't see it. I mean, there's not enough games left for him to make a race to change everybody's
Well, yeah,
minds
there's 2
right
games
now.
left.
Not
What are
mine
we talking
anyway.
about? Come on, guys.
He's had a good year. He's had a nice first year, but not a Calder Trophy year.
Yeah, just
Stop
not enough,
asking
right?
me to go
but
out on
there's
dates.
something there
I
clearly
wanna
for the
play
future. That's I would certainly
freaking
agree with that. Great night to be on the couch and watching hockey. Tons of scores around the league. Let's take a look at what went down. The Sharks had their hands full with the Flames. San Jose, too much to handle on this night, and they pick up the win. The Stars were hoping to take a bite out of the Blues. St. Louis puts on a clinical defensive effort and skate off with the win.
All right.
The Canadiens were on the road up against the Islanders. Montreal trusted the system. They stayed with it, and they pull out the win. A very special guest drops by on the show, and we'll do that next. And hey, look, they're divisional champions. And that is the first time that he has helped contribute to a banner that will hang in this home arena, right? He was part of that. You know, all the history, when you show up to an arena and you see all that stuff for the first time, when you join a franchise and you hope to be part of that, he's now officially part of team history, right? Where he'll be part of having that banner. I don't know if the banner's, winning the divisional title means as much as it did to me generationally years ago, but he is still a part of this club's history now, and that banner will be hanging up high in the rafters come next season. All right, a couple other stories I want to get to around the league right now as we kind of get closer. And, going
it's
into
not
this
really a
one, a little
question.
sidebar storyline that I'm intrigued
How
to
are you
see
approaching?
is how the young rookie is going to fare in his first playoff game. I mean, this is what you live for. This is what you play for as an athlete.
Why
And I
you
know
lift all
talking to
those
him a couple of
weights?
days ago, he'd kind of had his eyes on the prize. He talked about how excited he was going into this one. And I'm curious to see how he responds. To me, he's played so well. I think that narrative will carry over into this one. But you never know because the intensity just gets turned up a whole lot. So let's see how
All
he
right, let's
responds
play.
to that challenge. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.
Hopefully, we
A
don't
couple of
have a
other
negative
storylines I'm
impact
really intrigued
on
to
the
see
game.
how it all. Tick, tick, tick. Closer and closer to this big game edition. How do you approach it, Ray?
For me, I was always a detail
Oh,
guy,
I'm still
making
on the
sure my
first
sticks
line.
were done, and I'm sitting in the room and thinking about it. Other guys, they just kind of hang out in the bowl and they listen to music. I kind of think their way's better, actually. Less stress.
And that goes off a player. Moves it quickly over to Panarin. The Leafs move it ahead.
Nice.
Throws it in. Taken along the wall by Matthews. Puck scooped up by Nylander. Quick feed to B. Bunny. Takes the pass.
Oh, you let yourself get body checked, dude.
The Leafs take it along the wing. The Rangers take possession here in the open ice. Quick pass to Miller.
Get out of my freaking
Can't get
way,
a hold of that
freaking
pass.
fricks. That's not
The
what I was
Leafs play it
passing.
along the boards. Moves into the slot. Stopped
Anybody
by the
gonna-
goaltender.
That's in a dangerous spot. He makes a good save here.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Still scoreless in this one.
Alright, winning. Started.
Slides it on over to Goodbranson. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. Great extension on his part to poke it away. And things starting to ramp up a little bit now on the ice with that play. Gains the zone through
Got
center.
your back.
Takes a shot. Steps in front of it for the block. The Rangers have a hold of it in the defensive zone. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Panarin. Puck picked up by Bunting. Good hit on the play. And it's a quick pass to Tavares. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Passes it over to Panarin. Oh, they had the right idea, but couldn't make that play with the pass. And he takes the pass. Straight up the middle. Here they come. Shot! Snagged with the glove by Shesterkin.
That was a decent shift. It would have been nice to get a goal, though.
Officials are in position, and both teams are getting ready as they get set for another face-off here.
Someone score, is that why they're showing me?
Big stop just as time expires in the period. That'll do it for the opening frame. We've got lots more still in store, so don't even think about going anywhere for Rail Front.
Okay.
Along with Ray Ferraro between the benches,
Being on the top line,
Period number
Buckets.
2 is about to get underway. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. And now he tries to get it across to Nylander. The Rangers gain possession along the wall. Sends it over to Panarin. A chance in front.
Oh! I didn't touch it, though.
New York's now up by 2 in the second.
They worked hard to push this lead from 1 to 2. I like the way that they've been playing.
The Leafs win the draw here in the neutral zone. The Rangers gain control of the puck against the wall. Gains the zone through the middle. Denies him with the is going to hang on to that one
I
for
was
a
hoping
whistle.
it's
Quickly on
turned
top
into
of that,
something
James, he
because
needed to
that's the
cover
only
there.
shot I had.
James Cebulski, Ray Ferraro with you here in the early going of this period. New York's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. The frozen biscuits dropped, and we are back underway here. And some good footwork to kick it away. Here's a short pass to Panarin.
Off
Beat
the
goaltender,
post.
but couldn't beat the post.
The Rangers lead in the game, doesn't get stretched. It's a scoring chance, a good one too, James, but it hits the post and stays out.
Toronto's moving it into the offensive end. Here's a pass in front, and that's stopped.
Matthews shows off some pretty great balance there because he stumbled, and he really could have been out of the play, but he jumped back into position and got off a pretty good chance.
I'm getting some shots. They're not great shots though, but maybe they'll go in off
Getting closer to the
reflection or
halfway
something.
point of this frame, and it's a 2-0 hockey game.
And we're winning, so no pressure. Still winning.
The Rangers take possession in the neutral zone. Oh, and he just gets a piece of it to keep it out. Ranta's going to slow things down and up for the whistle.
Oh, you got to kill the play eventually. That way everyone can get reorganized.
Past the halfway mark of this period, New York's got a 3-1 lead. Matthews takes possession right off the draw. Now a quick pass to Nylander. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. And that pass doesn't go. Moves it to Giordano. The Leafs take it along the wall. And he takes the feed. He almost lost it for a second there, but regains control of the puck. Passes it to Panarin.
Come on, man.
And here's a cross-corner dump in. Toronto's got the puck. Moves it quickly over to Nylander. Can't make it work. New York's got possession here in the offensive zone. Unloads a shot. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. And he makes the save.
That would have got me an assist if he
Ranta's gonna cover
scored.
it up and get a whistle.
Even with the traffic starting to close in, he had to grab that when he did.
Here in the later stages of this period, New York's got a 3-1 lead as they have dominated for the most part in this. There's the horn, 40 minutes in the books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice, and we're back with a third period next. Welcome back to EA Sports. The final frame looms here as the officials set to drop the puck on period number 3. Final frame is underway here. 40 minutes into this one here, Razor. How do you see things?
The Leafs are in this game, and maybe it's a little bit of a miracle.
I can't
mean,
do
they haven't
anything
had
with
many
these guys.
shots
They're
on
just
goal,
like
not many
all
chances.
over me.
That's
It's
got to
hard.
change
Play
here
this
in
game.
period 3.
Takes a
I
shot.
don't have anybody
Just
to pass
wide.
to.
Picked up along the wall by Hall. Comes up with the stop. Ranta's going to hang on for a whistle here in the third.
Well, there's not much time left here as you get into the final 20 minutes. The game's close. A mistake now.
Still anybody's game here. Ray
Suppress.
Ferrell's between the benches. Razor?
Well, if you're
We shall
protecting the lead
suppress.
like they are, James, there's only two ways. Sit back and protect your goalie or to attack. The coach wants to attack, and he's got his younger guy on the ice.
To
He can
press.
really fly.
Back.
Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. The Rangers are up 3-1. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Oh, and that's poked away in the offensive zone by Panarin.
Yes, nice.
Artemi Panarin!
It's a bad place to burp this puck up. Defensive zone turnover ends up in the net quickly as the goalie gets beat low.
The Rangers are on absolute cruise control here in the third.
Well, they've built such a large margin, you can use your whole bench and coast it in.
Quick feed to B. Bunny. The
God
Leafs
damn
get
it.
a hold of the puck in the open ice. Quick shot. Big stop right there.
Shesterkin's had a good seat for most of this offensive explosion. They're winning by a pile, and he hasn't had much to do.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. New York's got a 3-goal lead. Matthews has won the draw, and they'll go on the attack. My goodness, what a save by Shesterkin.
Effective save there. You make the stop, yes, but that puck's in the corner where there's no danger now.
Quick pass to Riley. Picked up by Miller. B-Bunny's got it in the offensive end. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. The Leafs played along the wing. From the right side, they gain the zone. Shot, and he gets just enough to keep it out. The Leafs get a hold of the puck. Gaining speed through center, and here they come on the attack. Shot! James and Ray with you tonight. More than half the period has been played. The Leafs are down a pair. Tavares has won the faceoff. Scooped up along the wall by Marner. And he comes up with it.
Positioning's perfect. He gets into the butterfly and makes the save.
And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. Here's a chance.
Oh man, I forgot I was playing.
Well, well, well.
Now they're back into the game here, only down by one. They have the opportunity to tie this up.
Toronto's come back with a big one here in the third.
Grind away, dig away, now you got a chance, only trailing by 1 goal.
Tavares wins it inside the neutral zone. Gets the puck in deep. The Rangers get a hold of the puck along the boards. Couldn't make the connection on the play. Moves it over to B-Bunny. New York's grabbed a hold of the puck. Here's a shot. And makes
I was trying to pass it.
And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone.
2 minutes left.
Zibanejad's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. And the save. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. Here's a short pass to Bunting. From along the walls, they're gaining momentum. Sent into the offensive zone. The Rangers will play it in their own end. Under a minute to go here in regulation time.
Tell me they come back.
And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. That's all she wrote from this one. Raise the proverbial drawing the first blood as they take the 1-0 series lead.
A well-played game for them, now they've got a leg up. You try to, game by game, chip away.
You know, there was a certain point in the game
Come
where I
on.
want to bring it back to, and I'm sure you probably remember there was a spirited discussion with the coach and the rookie. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a discussion. That was more like a monologue. The coach was not very happy, and the kid sat there and nodded.
Yeah, I'll go switch over to the franchise play just to try out. See what
Hey, let's bring
this
it back to the
thing
rookie
is
here for
where
a
you can
second.
play with
First
older
playoff game in
franchises.
the
I'm
books,
interested in
and
that.
I don't know if it was just me, but I thought he was great out there. I thought he was really noticeable. I thought he was really strong in his own end, and that's a telling sign, right? When you're dealing with a more intense atmosphere, that sort of feeling out process as a youngster in the league, and now you're playing your first play.
Alright, so franchise mode. Have here. Authentic. Custom. League structure and franchise career. Started the expansion draft with franchise custom. Team. Yeah, man, I like this kind of customization. Just completely change if you want. All right. Uh, well, where's the part where you can play with older franchises? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so stuff, but the team or what's the league look like? They said it was had 48. So where can I see all the? Okay, so they bring in these international teams. Bardistat. Yeah, that's how they fill out your league. Okay, but then trying to find out where you do the custom mode. Franchise mode. There's NHL. And we have all these. Yeah, this is normal. Alumni Association. Try that. All-time All-Star Association. Yes, let's try this. There you go. That's what I wanted. All right. So, what can I do? This game. Old coffee, Martin Messier. See what they say, what the announcers say about this team.
All the magic, the pageantry here inside the building tonight. Welcome back to EA Sports. It's opening night. There is always something magical about opening night, and we are set to get underway. And here we go. The puck is dropped, and we are underway.
Counts fast.
Can't make the connection on the pass. Grabbed along the boards by Besser. And he slides it quickly to Pedersen. Puts it on net. Blocked in traffic. Moves it to Gretzky.
Found a little sliver of room, and now he's into the offensive zone. He'd love to get his first goal here.
Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Fires it on net. Just gets a piece of it to keep it out. Wow.
Pronger. Chris Pronger gets to play with the guys. No.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. We're
Never
still
played with
scoreless.
Gretzky.
Gretzky's
Well, not
won the
on the
faceoff.
Oilers, anyways. I might have played on too.
The Oilers move it in. Fires it. Turned aside with a glove by Demko.
Miller's known for staying engaged and winning those battles for loose pucks, guys. That's his no-contest zone ability, and it's how he keeps things going for his club. Gretzky's third-eye zone ability means he can distribute the puck so well. Now, as I send it back upstairs, I'll be watching out for one of these players to give their team a chance to win tonight.
Drips it and rips it. Demko's going to opt for the whistle and give everybody a chance to breathe.
Sometimes you get running around as the shift gets long. This helps.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. The game is still scoreless. Edmonton's won the draw. Slides that one right across the blue line. And that carries off a body in the lane. Oh, what a chance, and it goes sideways. Moves it quickly over to Anderson. Oh, and he stops that one. Oh, they couldn't connect on the play. Vancouver's got it in their own zone. Taken by Besser. Nothing doing on that. Looks to make a play over to Smith.
Smith.
Here's a chance. Denies him. He got all of it. Demko's going to smother it to get a whistle.
Can get dangerous if nobody's in control of the puck.
Centers glide into the dots. We're ready to get things back going again. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. You'll need more than that to beat him. Picked up along the boards by Simpson.
Ah, he's trying to get
Vancouver's
back
got a
there.
hold of the puck. Quick feed to Garland. And now it's grabbed by Simpson. Oh, they probably want to redo on that. From one point man to another. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Takes the feed. From the left side, they enter the attacking zone.
And Jason Arnott,
Chance
it's
to
been
make a
a long
nice move,
time.
and the puck disagreed with him.
Oh, come on. Where's the defense on that?
And look at this. Everybody wants to get off to a great start, James. He gets the opportunity. He's got one on the board early. That makes you think there's good things down the road.
Vancouver's effort pays off with a 1-0 lead.
And now it has to be relentless. Just because you're up by one doesn't mean you sit back.
Edmonton's got the puck inside the defensive zone.
Oh, this
Fails
is
to find the open
McTavish?
man.
Come on.
Demko's on top of that for the whistle.
Pretty quickly
Can
on
think
top
of
of it
better
to kill the
Oilers to
play.
put on there than McTavish?
Getting into the later stages of this period, the Canucks lead it 1-0. Edmonton's got it, and they're on the attack. Takes the puck.
Rock, George
Back at the
Larac.
point, they set it up. The Oilers will play it from the point.
Come on.
Gets it to the other point. And that's deflected off someone in front. Point shot. Oh, comes up with a stop.
Why is everything badly aimed?
Little bit of traffic starting to form around the net.
Edmonton's won the draw and they'll go to work. Across the point. And that doesn't reach the net. Final minute approaching here in this opening frame.
Dickinson's last stick's in the garbage dump. He had to go get a new one.
Dumps the puck in. Edmonton's going to play the puck from behind the cage.
Skis long.
Both teams getting a good sweat on after this first period. We've got lots more in store, and we're coming back with a clean sheet of ice.
Tears in net.
A clean sheet of ice beckons, and period number 2 set to get underway. Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. Well, we've got over 20 minutes played thus far.
He
Ray,
loses
how do you see
helmet?
things?
Edmonton's in decent shape here, James. I mean, I know they trailed by 1, but they played a really good first period. They'll want to continue that and try and get this game evened up here in the second period.
Here they come on the attack. The Canucks have it from their own end. Along the right side into the offensive zone. Puck grab by Curry. Settles things down and gets control of it once again.
Oh, boo.
Play is blown dead with the offside. We're still in the early stages of this period. Vancouver's ahead 1-0. And play resumes as the puck is dropped. Into the attacking end. And he hangs on to the puck. Manages to hang on. Glove save by the goalie.
The most fun save for the goaltender, the glove stop.
Shot! Makes the save. Cool and calm under pressure.
Why in the world is Gretzky number
And he slides
97?
it quickly to Pearson. Coming down the left wing and into the zone. Almost lost the puck, but hangs up. And he rings the post.
The Canucks let out a collective groan here on the bench beside me as that puck rings off the pipe and stays out.
Here's a shot, and that ricochets off a twig in front. Demko's going to cover it up for a face-off.
While his team's ahead, he wants to make sure the pace of the game stays at the level they like.
Plenty of playing time left in this frame. 1-0 the score. Takes that pass back at the point. And a busted twig on the play there.
That's where I wish that player was mic'd up, because not very happy is the next part of that phrase.
And the centers glide towards the dot here as we got a face-off set to go. Arnott's won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. Quick pass to Lowe. Puck sent across the blue line. Made the stop on that play. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Puck scooped up by Simpson. Maintains possession. Quick feed down low. Here's a pass in front. And that's intercepted. Works it across to Dickinson. Steps inside the attacking zone down the left wing. Handles the pass. And a huge stop by the goaltender at point-blank range.
Nice move by the goalie to get out close to the shooter.
The Canucks gain possession in their own
That
end. Slides
goes
the puck
by way
across
too
to
fast. I
Dickinson.
couldn't even read it.
Takes a shot. Kicked away. Slides it across to Smith. Shot.
Nice try.
And I believe that's his first.
Congratulations, his first goal. I don't think anybody expects much offense from him, but it's still gotta feel good. This replay's gonna show it's a one-on-one competition here, and that puck just eats up the goaltender too fast to be caught.
The Oilers get a hold of the puck off the draw. Couldn't complete the pass. Takes a shot. Denies him on the slapper. Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. The Oilers play it along the blue line with the stop.
Demko's been terrific
Coffee's
tonight.
fast.
I don't know what more they could ask from him in goal. He has been excellent, under deluge at times, but his team's in the game because he's been so good.
Here in the late goings of the period, we are all tied up in this one. The Oilers win the draw. Puck picked up by Curry. And that goes off the face of the goaltender.
We used to laugh about this and say, the goalie's got to answer
Still
the
don't get
phone
why
because his
Gretzky
ears are
can't be
gonna
number
ringing,
99.
but
That's
I'm sure
just
the
weird
trainers
playing
gonna
with
check
him as
on
a
him here as this
97.
hits him right in the face.
Some last-second communication before both teams get ready to drop the puck here. Vancouver's got a hold of the puck. Taken by Miller. And now it's over to Besser. Right up the gut. Here they go. Quick shot. And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. And there's the save. And with that, 2 periods now in the books. Been a great night of hockey here on EA Sports, and we got the 3rd period coming at you
13
in moments.
shots.
Welcome back to EA Sports, the final frame of this one. 3rd period, we are all tied up, and the next goal could be a biggie. Moves the puck.
That was a
And
bad
that's
pass.
picked up by Miller. Slides the puck over. And he takes a shot. And that's stopped by the goaltender using his head this time. Oh, that hurt from here.
He didn't take anything out of that hit. He delivered it really as hard as he could.
Goodness. Sends the pass over. Shot. Just a simple save by Demko. And that's broken up. The Canucks take possession in the defensive end. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone.
Why do they keep
And
hitting
now it's grabbed by
that button
Myers.
switch?
And that's poked away. The Oilers gain control of the puck. Takes the feed. Myers plays the puck. Edmonton's got control of it now from their own end. And a good solid hit on that play. Puck grabbed by Pedersen. Slides it diagonally to Garland. Shot!
I mean, these are the Oilers. It's not like they're a tough
I think he
team.
got the blocker on it. And now he moves it quickly to Pearson. And makes the save. Edmonton's got it from behind the net. Through center. Here's a shot. Oh, and he stops that one. That was served up with a whole lot of spice. Nearing the midway mark of the period. We got a tie game. Vancouver's won the face-off deep in their own end. Schen's got the puck in his own zone. The Oilers are across the line and into the offensive end. Absolutely no fear to get in front of the slap shot. Big stop by the keeper.
He's got a knack for scoring these goals. When he does, he usually gives his team a bump of adrenaline. Not this time, though. The goalie shut the door.
Lays the body.
Oh, come on.
Score!
Grant Fuhr can do better than that. Where's the big glove?
Well, you break the deadlock here, James. Now you get out in front. You can dictate the pace of the game.
Past the halfway mark of this period, Vancouver's been the better-looking team over the last few minutes. They'd love to build on this one-goal lead. Nice pass. The
Man,
Canucks
how'd
take
that guy
possession
catch up so
here in the
fast?
open ice. Edmonton's got the puck in their own end. On the attack along the boards. It's
Nice.
He scores! That's his first!
You didn't expect much offense from him, but man, this has taken a long time. Must feel great to get on the board. There's lots going on in this goal, James. We'll see in the replay the finish of it. That's great. But how about having the wherewithal as you're stumbling, bumbling, falling down to keep your head up and find the pass? It's a great play, and it sets up the goal.
Here's a short pass to Simpson. From the point, takes a shot, and that's wide of the net. The Canucks have it behind the cage. Here they come. The Oilers gain possession along the wall. Moves it to Dickinson. Denies him!
Fuhr is able to keep the score the same. He turns away a slot shot.
Vancouver's got a hold of it along the wall.
Schen's really hearing it from the crowd here. They're not happy with him. He caused that injury earlier to one of the hometown players, and they're going to let him hear it.
Ooh.
Under a minute
When
to
was
go
there
in
an
the
injury?
third. Edmonton's gained possession along the boards. Puts it on net, and the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Taken along the wall by Curry. Vancouver's got the puck along the boards. Sends a pass over. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. Puck scooped up by Gretzky. Oh, if that's horseshoes,
the
he'd be
hits.
ringing it up.
Yeah, but we're not playing that, James. What we need is a puck on the net, man.
Slides the puck across to Schenn. Receives the pass. Moves it quickly over to Schenn. Oh, what a save in front.
Yeah, it's a sharp save, James. Right in the middle of the ice, he makes the stop and pushes it away.
Big save just as time runs out. There's the horn, meaning one thing. We've got overtime.
Oh,
and
overtime,
it's coming
yes.
up in just a second. Along with Ray Ferraro, I'm James Cebulski here in the broadcast booth. They are ready to drop the puck on OT. Overtime action is underway. Absolutely love it. Quick feed to Coffee. Long jam in front. That's broken up. Game on his stick.
Nice. Right, Messi to Gretzky. There you go.
A special night made even more special with this fan base that is simply rabid. Unreal.
He does this all the time. I'm not even surprised anymore. That puck is delivered fast, crisp, and it's flat. Easy pass to handle.
You know, when they first started doing this, it seemed a little hokey. I can't imagine it without it now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was strange when they started. Now, if they didn't do it, I would think they're not getting it right.
Fun night at the rink, and for all of us here in the EA Sports
Okay,
team, I'm James
that's fun
Cebulski.
being able to
Good
play
night.
as the old guys. Let me see what kind of league you can put together. If I wanted to do a franchise, custom. I want to change the teams around. I don't think they let me do that here. Oh, they do. Okay, substitute. So if I want Toronto Maple Leafs, this could be fun. Toronto Maple, Boston alumni, Montreal alumni. Yeah, I can make an entire league based on players. How many? 32. So you can make an entire franchise. 32. Let's try that. I don't know how many times teams there can be. I'll do. Alright, 32 number of conferences. So the default. I guess they just did a. Wonder what the salary cap's gonna be. Nice if there was just a quick way of doing this. Colorado. It's gonna go down. We're gonna substitute every their alumni. Okay, this I have to be careful with. Who doesn't have an alumni? This team's the. Of course, the island. Philadelphia. Interesting. Seattle probably doesn't have one. Hartford. supposed to be 32 teams. So, how did I skip these? St. Louis. Red Hole. Toronto. Lots of alumni. Knights don't have one. Stars. Home team. Did say 32 teams. Should be 32. I miscount. Guess not. Huh. There's one more. I guess I could do it. Can it? All right, we'll go with this, and I'll pick. That stuff. The fantasy draft. Free. Coach it. Go. Salary cap's gonna be weird. I wonder what kind of money we're paying Gretzky. Messier. Okay, Calgary. But so like if I wanted, well, let's play one game first. Serious contender. I want us to improve top 6 group. Expect us to finish in the top. Expect us to sell 90 suites. Picks. Care about picks. See my team? Play the game. All right. Isn't Gretzky screen? Housley there all the time. They got Phil Housley on Calgary. Joe Mo-
We're in oil country tonight here for EA Sports. Hi, everybody. Along with Ray Ferraro, I'm James Cybulski. The Oilers ready to show what they can do for the home fans here this evening. Both these teams look ready to go, as does the official. Let's bring it on. Puck is dropped and preseason is underway, and we're one step closer to opening night. Edmonton's looking to break out of their own end.
Nice McTavish on the first line.
Zone entry from the middle.
Does that make any sense to anybody ever?
Sends the pass in front. Can't connect the play. Gives them a whack, and the officials are going to call this one. And let's see what the definitive call is on the ice. The Flames will serve 2 for slashing.
What did that say? Andrew Castles is barely a flu.
The Oilers get their man advantage unit out there for the first time tonight.
Scoreless game, power play gets their first opportunity. Man, I couldn't get on the ice quick enough for these, James.
Awesome.
Edmonton's got possession of the puck. Down the
Some
left wing
missed.
across into the offensive end. Fires it on net. Glove save made by Lemlin. Can they capitalize on this power play? Here comes the faceoff. The Oilers win the faceoff. And he stands tall in goal. Into the corner. Grips it and rips it. Denies him on the one-timer. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. And that slides right out to center ice. The Flames gain control of the puck against the wall.
No, that's supposed to be a pass. Come on.
Calgary's got possession while undermanned. The Oilers have it now. Calgary's got the puck here in the open ice. Quick pass to Otto. The Flames looking against the half wall.
Otto.
Spectacular.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It's in the net.
Who are my choices? Who the hell are these guys? What happened to my team?
The Flames with about as perfect a road start you can get here, Ray.
They came out and wanted to be aggressive, sure, but you never really think you're going to get on the board this quickly.
Moves it to Curry. Hammers the shot. Denies him with the save. The Oilers have it behind the net. Handles the puck. Now he takes it over the line. Moves it to the middle. Picked off in front.
Yeah.
And we'll get a face-off after the puck hops.
Hold on. Something weird happened. What happened to me? Doesn't make any sense. What the hell? Why there's so much fluff over main roster? Um, only so really I want to keep it. Boom, no. Get in for sure. For sure. Yes. Well, that's so. Okay. All right. Center. Gretzky. Forwards. Oh, get in. Defense. Sorely? No. Let's stick with that. Now, right winger. Curtis Jones. Good. Okay, this is much better. I don't know what it was doing before. I guess Still preseason. Maybe that's why. Okay. I guess that's why all those guys were down there. It's preseason. Simulate. Oop. Speed. Sorry. Start. Okay. Want the pre- Let's get in the dark blue. Oh, they have a Chris Pronger
It's
too?
opening night, and it's a beautiful thing. Hi, everybody. James Cebulski and Ray Ferraro. Welcome back.
Chris Pronger
as we
played
are
for
set to
Hartford.
call another season here on EA Sports. And we are about set to drop the puck on this season. The Whalers take possession here on the opening draw, and we are underway.
Looks pretty confident with the puck on his stick here in the offensive zone. You know he'd like to get his first NHL goal.
The Oilers take it across the blue line. The Whalers gain possession in their own end. Tosses it to Pronger. Gretzky's got the puck. Pass broken up. Hartford's got it in their own zone. From center they get into the attacking area. Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. Oh, he had the right idea, but couldn't make that play with the pass. Burke's going to bounce
Brandon
on it, and
Anderson
he'll
to
take the
Wingren.
whistle.
He's usually a pretty
been
conservative
some-
goaltender
Gretzky's not gonna
anyway,
get
so the
fired, shut up.
opportunity to kill the play, he's going to take it.
Lots of time left in this period. Still scoreless in this one. Messier's won the draw. Makes the save! The Whalers move the puck in the defensive zone. Edmonton's got a hold of the puck now. Sends it in front. Oh, and he fans on it. Both sides mixed up for that battle for the puck along the wall. Edmonton's got a hold of it against the wall. Angles it over to Shanahan. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Edmonton's ready to go on the attack. Fires it, and he gets just enough of it to keep it out for the back of the net. And that's blocked from someone in front. Shanahan's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. The Whalers have it against the wall.
Gajel Samuelson, is that who that is?
The Oilers have it from their own end. They're looking to make something happen through the neutral zone now. Keeps hold of the puck. And that pass doesn't go. And that's blocked away. Came up with the save on that play.
I like the goalie's positioning here. He was aggressive enough to make a save on a dangerous chance.
Props got it against the boards. Thunderous collision along the boards. The Oilers scoop it up along the boards. And he takes the feed. Here's a chance.
Oh, nice. Last person you'd expect.
Career goal.
You bet it is. And while he's not a player expected to score, it's still a pretty darn nice accomplishment for him to get. He fools just about everybody in the building, going up high on the stick side, beats the goalie clean.
Edmonton's hustle the difference here as they take a 1-0 lead.
Been so hard to get any open space on the ice. You work, there's nothing there. Finally they score, and now you can open the game up a bit.
The Whalers take it across the line. Shot! And he gets just enough of it with the glove and keeps it out. Picked up along the wall by Smith. Cutting to the slot. And that goes off a player in front. Here's a short pass to Marchand. The Whalers grab possession of the puck. The Oilers gain possession along the wall. Hangs onto the puck. Moves it quickly over to Smith. Clock ticking down here inside
Oh, right, I
the first
remember
period.
handing that one now.
29 seconds
That was a
left. The Whalers get a hold of the puck along the boards.
Primo's back into play after getting a new stick
Oh,
at the
that
bench.
was bad.
Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. That'll do it for period number 1. We'll drop the puck on the second period in just moments. Period number 2 set to go here. Officials moments away from dropping the puck. The
I didn't
second
move.
stanza is
Barely even touched it.
underway as the puck is dropped. Let's go. Ray, what's your assessment of the game to this point?
The Whalers are going to wear themselves out if they don't get control of the puck pretty soon. They've had no possession time virtually at all, and they're trailing in this game.
They are really buzzing here in the offensive end. And they'll skate it out of the zone. Icing is the call. We'll get a face-off at the other end. Still plenty of time left in this frame. Edmonton's up 1-0. The Oilers take possession off the face-off. Gains the zone on the left wing. Here's a shot. Just gets enough to keep it out. Here's a blast. Oh, and he denies him with a fantastic stop there.
I think through traffic like that, you're just hoping the thing hits you.
And that goes off a body. The Whalers take it along the wall. Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Moves the puck along the half wall. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Curry. Again, the denial by the goaltender.
Great positioning. Once he makes that first save, he's got to be in position to make the second. Well done.
And now he moves it to Shanahan. Edmonton's got it in the neutral zone.
Can you get away from that?
Hartford's through center and now in the offensive end. Edmonton's got control of it now from their own end. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Quick feed to Prop. Across the line from center. Sent into the far corner. The Oilers gain possession along the wall. Across the line along the left wall. Oh, he stops him with the glove. Great reflexes there.
Burke's probably the one reason that this game is the way it is. His save percentage has been outstanding.
John Burke is
Well
under
past
this.
the midway mark of this period, we got a 1-0 game to this point. Messier's won the draw here in the offensive zone. And that's blocked in traffic. The Whalers have it now.
Pass the point out to
Passes
that
on
guy.
over to Brown. Hartford's got it along the wall. The Oilers take possession of the neutral zone. Here he is, wristed on net. Takes control of the puck. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. Quick pass to Jarvis. Up along the wall on the right side and into the attacking area. Takes control of the puck. Takes a shot. That's gloved by Burke. Late goings of this period, the Oilers have taken a 1-0 lead. The frozen biscuits dropped, and we are back underway here.
I'm not winning any faceoffs anymore.
Inside the offensive zone. Moves it to Simpson. Nice zone entry on the left side. Hammers the shot. Turns him away. Burke's going to cover up the puck here for a whistle.
He makes a safe play and kills the play before any other damage can be done.
Some last-second communication with the D as centers get ready to drop the puck. Puck is dropped, and we are back underway. Samuelson stick handling in his own zone. The Oilers get a hold of it. Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. Turns it away. Brown's moving the puck through his own zone.
It's a bad angle.
The Oilers take possession in the defensive end. Oh, he'd like to have that pass back. Looks to pass it to Simpson. From the point.
Just trying to shoot something.
All right, that brings period number 2 to an end. The ice resurfacers coming out onto the ice. They'll give it a little cleaning, and I can see Ray Ferraro
After this game,
down
I'll
there
take a
between
little
the
break
benches
and
half
have
dancing.
lunch.
I can only imagine where he needs to go. Third period, just around the corner.
I don't know if I'll play this later
Time
or
to drop
score.
the puck here in period number 3. They have dropped the puck here in the third. Ray Ferraro is at ice level, and Ray, as third period action gets underway, give us a sense of how you've seen things tonight.
The Whalers are in this game, and maybe it's a little bit of a miracle. I mean, they haven't had many shots on goal, not many chances. That's got to change here in period 3.
Burke's going to hang on and just let things settle down for a moment.
He really didn't have many options to play the puck, but in a close game, you want to be sure every time you do.
Ray
Lots of
Ferraro,
hockey
isn't
left to
it?
be played in this period. The Oilers
Already
lead it
have.
1-0. The Whalers win it in the defensive zone. Moves the puck over to Howe. With possession along the wall. Edmonton's got the puck in the defensive end. Right through center and into the offensive zone. Stops him cold. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. And he comes up with the save.
Gotta try that.
The Whalers move to the offensive zone. Shot makes a save. Edmonton's got it against the boards.
Damn it. Got
Trying to
that.
get back on the attack now. And he regains control of the puck. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Burks opted to hang on to the puck for a face-off. More than half the period left to play. Edmonton's ahead 1-0. The Oilers will go to work here in the offensive zone. What a save! He'll probably feel that one tomorrow. The Whalers will play it from the defensive zone. Takes a shot. Off the glove and makes the save. The Oilers gain possession.
Charlie Huddy.
Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. What a great read breaking up the pass. It's a contact sport, people. There's proof right there. Grabs possession of the puck. Cutting to the front of the net. Great save by the goaltender. Just real smart positioning on that one. Puck picked up by Lowe. Can't make it work. Edmonton's got the puck along the boards. Tries to get it over to Messier. Sends the feed in front. Dishes it off again here. That's intercepted. The Whalers carry it along the wall. Sends the pass in front. And that's stopped. Great pass from the left wing. The Oilers are on the attack. Oh, look at this. Here they come. They've got numbers. Fires it. And that caroms off a body in traffic.
Hobbling his way over to the bench after being banged up on this last shift. He's going to need some help from the training staff.
And he takes the dish. Stays with it. Here's the chance to set up now. Quick shot. Stopped by the goaltender. Edmonton's got it on the line. Oh, what a save by Burke.
Oh, why did you just...
Up along the wing. Good stand-up hit. Final minute to go here in the third. The Whalers gain control of the puck against the wall. They gain possession here inside the neutral zone. Goaltenders headed to the bench. They're going to go for the extra attacker here. Moves the puck into the attacking area. He scores! Well, they say good things come to those who wait.
Oh, he's been waiting, that's for sure. He got through his rookie year with nothing, but now he's got one on the board.
The Oilers add the insurance marker, which pretty much seals the deal on this one tonight, Ray.
Other opponents pull the goalie. They're trying to pressure to get the tying goal, but it backfires, and the empty netter puts it away.
The Whalers have pulled the goaltender here. They've got the extra attacker out on the ice in hopes of a goal. Edmonton's got the puck in their own end. Through the neutral zone and fires to the empty net.
There we go.
Scores! And look at the smile on his face with his first.
Not just him, but his teammates. Everybody loved to see somebody get their first goal. Everybody seems pretty excited for him.
Ferraro's won the draw. Great poke check on the reach. Stick feed. An easy save by Burke. Couldn't make the connection on the play. And the final horn sounds for this one.
You can almost see the relief in his body language in front of the cage. His teammates surround him
Who's that?
for his first ever shutout.
First ever. Come on. Nobody believes that.
Yeah, I love how this tradition has built over the last decade or so here, Razor, and the fans love it too.
It's really kind of a cool thing. I thought when it started it wouldn't last. Now I see why it does. It's a great connection for the players and the fans.
Well, that'll do it for all of us here at EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski, and we will see you next time from Ringside.
Nothing. Although two of them were empty net, so it didn't really count, but that's okay. There we go, third start, Wayne Gretzky. "24 shots. Attack. Good. Tron Berger. Ferraro, Martin. It's fun. I like playing with the old teams. Okay, so like I said, that's it for me right now. I'll take a break, some lunch. I'll play later. I'm just not sure exactly what I'll play. There'll either be more of this or Scorn or something like that, because I just want to try it out. But I also just want to finish off this franchise mode. I think I've got about 2 hours left, something like that. And it is fun playing with the old alumni teams. So thank you and have a nice day.